Welcome to my series, Busting the Myths and Learning the Truth in Real Estate. I say finding the truth because I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm Rhonda Duffy, proud to be the #1 agent in Georgia 6 years in a row for one reason, and that's sold properties. And that's my client success. But what it has taught me in selling all of those properties is that, real estate has changed, and still the myths are out there that help the consumer to make decisions that aren't necessarily good for them. They cost them a lot of money. So the first myth I want to bust, the only myth I want to bust in this little video, is the myth that the listing agents are going to show and sell their own properties and they're going to bring in the buyer more than any other agent. The truth is only 2% or less of the transactions are done where the listing agent also represents the buyer. This goes for company transactions and neighborhood agents as well, and I want to show you that. I just randomly picked a neighborhood. I did this in my last series where I busted all 11 myths at the same time, but this is Crooked Creek in Alpharetta. I put in the criteria that it closed this year, 2010, and it gave me 13 or so listings, I think. And so I'm going to show you. This particular property was listed by Results Realty. Sarah Stovall listed it. Jamie Boone is the one who sold it. And Jamie works at RE/MAX, okay? I guess really what we're proving here is, did the listing agent sell it? So I don't really need to show you, where they worked or anything. I guess I just need to show you the name. Jackie Manis listed it. Susan Gleitner sold it. Michael Stevens listed it. Sue Stanford sold it. Alex McGraw listed it. Mary Farkas sold it. Gail May and Robert Lyerly listed it. Strom Thurman sold it. Jackie Manis and Lisa Hewley were the co-op agents for that sale. Michael Stevens and Jane Cross sold it. Elizabeth Wright and Elizabeth Wright sold it. Okay, so we have 13 listings here. We found 1 out of 13 so far. Elizabeth Wright sold her own listing. I want to point out something to you though, and I wish I had shown you all the pictures. See how unique this property is? Excuse that. See how unique this property is? How the curb appeal looks great? There's a good chance that the buyer just drove by, called the agent off the sign, and then wrote the offer. All right. By the way, I just saw something in a listing that I don't like, and this is a big problem. I wish I could do something about it. I just haven't figured out what to do. See this thing right here? If I show your buyer, commission will be 1%. That's just a bunch of BS. But I don't know how to stop it, because I know you as a seller think that the listing agent's supposed to be showing your property to any buyer, even if they have another agent. They're supposed to make your home available. And yet this person, they didn't say who the name was here, but they think that, they think that their agent's showing the property. In essence, if she shows the property to any buyer, okay, she's only going to pay the buyer's agent 1%. So that's going to leave the buyer, who's in a contractual relationship with the agent, paying the other 2% out of their pocket. All that's going to do is scare away the buyer. I don't like that. All right, let's see down here. We've got Gregory Kersner listed it. Dennis Burtis sold it. Lucy Newton listed it. Don McGee sold it. And Michael Stevens listed it, and Asuf Mimood sold it. And 13 out of 13, Michael Pruitt listed it, and Audrey Bailey sold it. So there you have it. 1 out of 13 were sold by the listing agent. We could find this any neighborhood that we looked in, including a neighborhood where you may think that the listing agent's really strong, and so she controls all the buyers. That's wrong. Buyers search the internet, they let the agent know what they want to see, and that's how it works. Thanks for watching my myth section. Look, you can find more myths covered and talked about, let's say, covered, busted, I like to say, under the FAQ section of my website. Thanks. Bye-bye.